Hi, I'm Trey, and this is my story. My mom had me at a young age. She was 19, just got out of high school with my dad, who was he was kind of crazy. Not a rough life growing up. It was always a happy home, but my dad dabbled in things where we would have people calling our house and saying they could see us in the kitchen, or we need to get out of our house, or my mom used to lay over me kind of when we would sleep. I had to grow up, pretty quick at a young age. I grew up always in church, going to youth groups and things like that. Never necessarily bought in. I was dealing with so much pain that I didn't know how to face it. Once I get to high school, I started dabbling in drugs and drinking and pills and weed and all these different things, and just turning to pretty much anything that wasn't the Lord. I was always the class clown because I liked smiling and I liked laughing, and when I was laughing, I wasn't hurting, so that was my way of kind of getting by. After that, I go off to college and I just slowly fall into this lifestyle of partying and drugs and alcohol, and then I moved out to LA after college, and that was spiraling me into a lifestyle that I was not expecting to face. All I wanted to do was get as high as I could every day, and I would be in such dark places and times where I didn't want to live anymore. I was just like, let me die. The devil just had such a hold on my mentality that I was done. I didn't want to live anymore. I had nothing to live for. I stopped going to church. I would stay in my room and smoke and drink. I would have Jake would be calling me all the time. I would be ignoring it, never really answering anybody's phone calls while I was out there. I would lie and make up a life of how good it was for me out there when really I was in the most pain. They would ask me what I was doing, and I'd act like I had all these great plans for my birthday and everything, and really I was spending it alone in my room. So when I moved back home, I felt like a failure. And I was still in this dark place and depressed. I was the king of the double life. I was coming to church. I was around everybody. Nobody had a clue. I would be making them laugh, having a good time with them. I get engaged, and my fiance tells me, she's like, I can't marry you if this is who you're gonna be. This is not who I want my husband to be. This is not who I want the father of my kids to be. Like, some things have to change with you if you want the lifestyle that you say you want. After I'm here for a while, my back ends up getting injured. I couldn't move, really. I had to use a walker to get around, or somebody had to really help me. During that time, it was like the Lord was telling me, all the things you were saying in LA, you wanted to go, you were done. I could take everything away from you. During that time, I just started praying like crazy, man. It was 2 weeks of just barely moving. I started praying, and I'm saying, God, please, you get me up off this bed. You give me my life back. I promise you I'll be grateful for these things. I promise I'll stop all the things I'm doing, and I promise I'll start seeking you more. After being addicted for however many years it is, I finally put it down, and I tell my fiance, I'm in. I'm not gonna be the reason that I lose you. Everything changed in my life. I became happier. It was like a burden or bondage had been lifted off of me. To this day, I feel so blessed and lucky, and I ask the Lord almost like, why am I so blessed when all this time, I disrespected you and I ran from you and everything, and it's like this blessing is just coming into my life, and I don't feel worthy of it a lot of times. And I'm so grateful for people like Jake and my fiance, and just for having faith in me, and always pushing me and telling me, hey, you're not too far. 'Cause there's a lot of times in my life where it's like I couldn't even turn to the Lord if I wanted to. I'm so far from him that it just felt like, hey, why would he listen to me? After everything changed, I look at life a whole new way. I'm so grateful. There's people in the church right now, or there's people that you interact with every day, that they're the people that are making you laugh. They're the people that are making you smile. They're the people that are checking on you, and you have no idea that they're the most broken people. You have to be the ones that shine that light for them, because they might not be getting that light from somewhere else. I would say, no matter whether you feel lonely, or you feel like you're too far, or you feel like you've done too much, you haven't. You're never alone, because the Lord's always with you, even in the dark times. You just have to call on him, and you have to trust him, and you have to pray, and then you have to be obedient. I've been sober for well over a year now, and I know that if I can go through all those things, then I know somebody else is experiencing this. It's never too late to turn to the Lord and run towards him and just accept what he has for you, because man, it is so sweet to finally be on this side and feel his presence and feel his peace. My name is Trey Melton, and that is my story.